Hey, what's up guys? It's Ian here for a vault video this week. I would say it's a quick vault video, but this one should actually be pretty decent because last week was the dungeon weekly, so I did at least 4 dungeons on everybody, so that's 2 options. And then this character was my last raid for the Awakened Season 4 Faded meta thing, so I have a full heroic raid vault for him, or I guess her. So yeah, I should still be fairly quick, but maybe a little bit more decision making than usual. So let's see how it goes. Quick update. I do plan to do the, I guess, slightly more updated collection video this week. I know a lot of people have asked about that in the past. I never really did it because there wasn't honestly too much to update on. You would think that with each patch maybe things change, but honestly not really. For mounts and pets and stuff like that, it's all been pretty much the same. As for quests and transmogs, sure, that might have changed a little bit, so that's kind of what I'll be updating, but the bulk of it isn't too different. I've been doing some research this last week to make sure when I do the video that it'll be as up to date and accurate to my knowledge as possible and as easy to understand. Again, it's kind of a little more aimed towards a beginner who wants to start collecting mounts, pets, maybe transmogs, recipes, things like that. So it's kind of more towards the basics, but I guess if people want, I can do a little more in depth in each one and do a whole video just on mounts, a whole video just on pets or something like that, a whole video just on transmog appearances, because it is something I really do enjoy. I do a lot of collecting. In case you've never seen that original video I'm referencing, I'm a big time collector. I have a lot of achievement points. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I've seen a lot of people with much higher than me, so I don't claim to be the best. I don't claim to be super high end, but I would say I am, I mean, let's be realistic here. I am probably in the, if you were to do a comparison to maybe real life comparison that's easy to understand, I'd say I'm like upper class. I'm not ultra wealthy. I'm not a 1%er. But I'm definitely upper class in terms of my collection. So yeah, that's kind of what I'll be doing in the next week. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Otherwise, back to business as usual. Let's see what we get on these vaults. I did the weekly on everybody, so everyone also has some booyans to use this week, which I'm going to kind of decide on. I might even go towards the transmog. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the booyan transmog, I guess at the end I'll share that for those who are interested in that or aren't aware of that. So but if you already know what transmog is, the boolean transmog is, you can obviously turn off the video at your leisure. Okay, so we got some good stuff here. It's a pretty good ring. It's a pretty good trinket. And then we got some heroic raid loot. Ooh, that's a really nice looking neck, but I just got the booyan neck. Or not the booyan, I mean it is a booyan neck, but I actually won this roll. I think that's better neck. The belt, I could probably use the belt. Bracers, ooh, no, I could definitely use those bracers, holy shit. The rings, I believe you use the 2 special rings, the damage and the shield ring, so I still need the shield ring. And then the trinkets, this trinket's probably decent for Ret Pally, but from what I've seen, they don't really, it's not super meta. I'm sure it'd be fine if you're a casual player or for my level of play, I'm sure it'd be fine, but I actually have good trinkets that I quite like, so I'm going to keep those. And I think I'll just take this, because from what I recall, this belt was also quite good, so I just need to pump it with some what are they called? The upgrade shits, why am I having a brain fart? The crests. I need to pump it some crests, but I can get a super fat upgrade on this. So that is a huge upgrade right there. And then the neck is kind of irrelevant because I have a pretty good neck with the special effect. So I'm going to take those bracers. I'm going to take those. Okay. There we go. Nice. And yeah, so my paladin's really coming along, and it does a shit ton of damage, and it is a ton of fun to play. I kind of regret waiting till the very end of the expansion to play Ret Pally, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get my get my use worth out of it, and hopefully play a bunch in these coming weeks. So let's see here. Next is my Healy Mistweaver Monk. Still having fun, still super easy, still super... I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say other than it's pretty fun. You're right there in melee, you're fist weaving, you're doing all... You got your cooldowns, which are pretty short now with this. The red crane's only a minute. You're dropping your stomp. This trinket is crazy good. This is an insane trinket. Again, I don't know if it's like super meta. I see some people use it on the higher end, but it may not be like super S tier, but it is crazy good. Crazy good. It's a lot of fun. You do a shit ton of damage when you press that, but it is a 2-minute cooldown, so... And it is better in AoE, and in single target your damage isn't going to be that impressive, but in AoE it's pretty crazy. So let's see, let's just make sure I'm Healy spec. Okay, I don't really know what I could use on first glance. Very, very slight upgrade. It would just be upgrading the track versus a weapon. Or do I want some crests? Ooh, my cape. I definitely needed a cape. I guess there's the Booyan cape, but then as a healer you're stealing stats from your from your DPS in your tank, which probably isn't recommended, but... And I'd lose a socket if I get this. But it is a higher track, and I do like that. And I do already have a token towards another socket. Got a socket. Do not have sockets, but those are low rings. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I might take this, though, honestly, just to get as much hero track as possible. Hero track is nice. Higher threshold of upgrading. Saves me at least 1 tier of upgrade. I mean, it's not huge, but it's not nothing, I guess. So we'll take that. So that's not the most exciting. Let's see what everybody else got. Still doing my daily Famu kill in Revendreth, the big demon that drops the little Endmire flare mount in the vampire zone of Shadowlands. Still haven't gotten it, so that's fun. That's fun time. And I'm still doing my time running, my mop remix time running on this guy. He's getting super beefy. I'm like 455 or something, so I'm almost at the end. I can almost finally play the game. I can almost finally start getting some of those transmogs. But as you can see, the timer at the time of recording this, there's at least 50 days left, so that's plenty of time to grind out some dungeons and some bronze and get some of a good bulk of the items that I want. I believe I already have everything that's unique to Remix, so I'm not too stressed. It's just a matter of saving time on retail, ever having to go back to Mists of Pandaria content. So this guy, I'm playing Aug still. Super fun still. I really like the playstyle of a support class. Fuck. I was really hoping to get a trinket. I've been using this trinket as my on use. It's been interesting. I don't really notice it because the crit on an Aug is like, whatever, okay, I don't need a weapon. I don't believe that ring is very good, but let me just see. I don't think that's a good Aug ring. But let me just take a peek real quick. 1 second, sorry. I use, for those who aren't aware, I use mythicstats.com. It's a good aggregate site for just what common builds, what people are using in the Mythic Plus community. It kind of just has their popularity, so you kind of can assume if it's popular, it's probably pretty good, especially at this point in the season. If people are using it, there's probably a reason they're using it. So yeah, crit mastery, Great, man. Yeah, so that ring is irrelevant. This weapon's irrelevant. So then, question, I already have a socket. I could use a socket there. I could use a socket there. And I could use a socket on one of my rings. So I guess I'll go with the tokens. Unfortunately, we'll go with the tokens. This would be really good on some of my characters, but not the evoker. I wonder how that's going to work in the... I wonder how the Great Vault's going to work like that in War Within with the war bands. Would I be able to take that and trade it to another character, or is that going to be a thing? I'd imagine not, because that would incentivize some absolutely degenerate play or some absolutely abusive play of just maxing out your characters and doing a million keys so that you can just funnel it all to one character. So I can't imagine they would allow it. But it is an interesting thought experiment. Warlock is doing a ton of damage. It's pretty fun. I'm liking it. This trinket does a ton of damage as well. Trinkets are really strong this patch. At least it seems like. I don't really know what I could use. He's pretty geared as well. Everyone's getting to at least that 500 threshold to where I need to start doing higher keys. I need to start doing like 6, 7, 8s to kind of start upgrading my characters. But again, it's just a matter of time versus effort if I want to start doing 6, 7, and 8s on, 7 alts. In addition to playing, Remix, Retail, a little bit of Hearthstone, a little bit of Diablo, a little bit of Fortnite, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like, I don't want to stretch myself too thin. I believe that's a really good ring, but I just got both of these rings. Again, let me just check. Let me just click on demo. Oh, that's actually not that good of a ring for demo. Interesting. Okay. Spoils again. Really cool trinket, really nice trinket, but I just have better trinkets. I just unfortunately have better trinkets. I could use this on my monk. That would have been pretty cool. But yeah, it is what it is. Could I use the sockets? Ooh, I don't even know if I can use the sockets. I can only use one socket. But I guess I could use the crests. And I guess there's no reason to take either of these. They aren't transmogs. Trinkets and rings aren't transmog, although a trinket, if I ever wanted to get, well, I already did the Mage Tower. I always kind of keep that in mind with the revamped Mage Tower from Shadowlands. Because I know trinket scaling can be a little wonky. But yeah, I already have it on my Warlock now that I think about it. So yeah, that's just a pretty dead vault. Let's see what the Demon Hunter can pull out here. I know the Demon Hunter has room for improvement. It's pretty fun, but there is definitely room for improvement, for sure. I'm decently geared again. Everyone is right around that 500 point. Literally right around 500, within 1. So let's see what the Demon Hunter can snag out of here. I don't know why some characters... Why do some characters, it auto-logs you in your crafting gear and some that doesn't? It's so strange. It's so annoying. I don't want to have random glasses and a robe on when I log in. I want to have my mog that I picked. Okay, so I believe this is a pretty good cape, but it would just be swapping haste for mastery. I believe this is actually a surprisingly good trinket, but again, it's probably not as good as mine. Although this one is decent, but I feel like, not to sound like a broken record, isn't as good as it seems. I think this one is better than it seems, and I think this one is worse than it seems. But again, let me consult the meta list. So it looks like neither of these trinkets are being used, so I guess it's a crapshoot. It is a huge upgrade, so I might just take that. And then the cape, yes, this is my Bis cape. And this one is Lost Devotion. I don't even see anyone using... Oh, there it is. Yeah. This is my 4th best cape, so not terrible. But maybe I would use Booyans for my 2nd trinket. And go with the Biss. Summon Null. They either do a Crush, a Poison, or stat increase. Yeah, I guess that is pretty... People don't really like trinkets that are RNG like that. You know, it could do the Crush when the enemy's already about to die, and then most of the damage is wasted. You do the Poison when an enemy's about to die, and you lose out on all the ticks. You could get a stat buff when the mob's about to... When the whole pack's about to die, and then you have a buff for walking. So yeah, I think I'm going to take this, and we'll just get a Booyan trinket as my 2nd trinket. It looks like Augury's pretty popular. I mean, Grief Torch is pretty popular, which I have on my other characters, and it is pretty fun, so maybe I'll just take another Grief Torch. Although it is nice to have the Augury as just a passive, don't even think about it trinket. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up picking. DK. I did get KSM 2 weeks ago, so that was fun. Wasn't too bad compared to other seasons. It is a little different now that they've squished the difficulties, but it wasn't too bad. Also got lucky because my DK had the weapon coming into this season, so I already did quite a bit of damage. It's just a matter of getting my other gear up to snuff. And you can see here's my score is a little, just a hair above 2k, but I still had a lot of 2s. Some of them was just a 5 and a 2, so it wasn't a 5 and a 5. My highest was only a 9, and I only had one of them, only one 9, and I still got 2k, so it's not as bad as you would think. Not as bad as you think. So let's see what the DK can pull out here. Oh, I have this on because I tanked a dungeon. So let's see. Okay, don't need that, and don't need that. I guess I have to take this even if I don't need it. I need to recraft that still. I could socket that. Okay, yeah, we'll take this. We'll take this. And I do also need a 2nd trinket for Booyans, because I usually just use this one, which was really good last season, but it's 476, so it's starting to lag behind a little, but now that I have a bunch of Booyans, I can just get a new trinket. That leaves the Year of the Spear and the Mage. Hunter's a ton of fun. I picked really good classes this faded season. Everything I play, I'm having a lot of fun doing. Survival's a ton of fun. You're jumping around. You're actually using your, I believe it's butchery. Yeah, I'm actually using my butchery, so I'm spinning around feeling a little bit like a warrior, doing a little bit of a cleave, whatever the fuck, whirlwind. So that's pretty fun. You do a bunch of damage. I have a Grief Torch on him. Super fun to use. See, I'm enjoying it. Definitely enjoying it. He's also right on the cusp, so he could use a couple upgrades, but honestly not too much. I believe... Oh, these are the same gear. What the hell? Crit verse. I think those are both bad. I think Mastery's terrible for survival because it like buffs your pet. Let's just see here. The cape, yes, that cape is garbage. And that ring is garbage. Hell yeah, okay. All right. Crit haste. Yeah, so yeah, I'd honestly probably just keep this ring even though it's much lower item level. Just because it has almost 4% haste. Yeah, fuck, that's annoying. I need to recraft this. Oh, and I already have... I don't even really need sockets, but I guess that's irrelevant. Damn, that is unlucky. That's some real unlucky shit. But I do have booleans. So I do have booleans for ring or cape. I do have booleans for potentially replacing this trinket. Yes, I have it on 2 characters. Again, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's right in the middle. It's a perfectly average trinket. Ooh. Perfectly average trinket. Last but not least, the mage. Let me just pull it up now just in case I need to look at Frost Mage. I'm playing Frost. I'm not 100% in love with it. I might switch specs, but at this point in the season, I kind of feel like it's probably not even worth switching specs. Not that I need to really min-max my gear at my level of play, but yeah, I might just stick with Frost and see if I can get it to feel a little more smooth. Ooh, it's a fun trinket. It's pretty good from what I recall, or at least it was back in the day. I believe that is not a good neck. Oh, actually, it's not bad. Okay. Medallion of Delusion. Yeah, it is actually pretty good. Huh, interesting. Bronarch's Locket. It is much more popular than Bronarch's Locket, which is interesting. But that trinket is not good. These are good trinkets, even though they're only heroic. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I guess we take the neck. It also is an item level upgrade. And yeah, my haste is 35%. So yeah, let's take the neck. I already have that. Gemmed. So yeah, I guess we'll take the neck. It's a decent upgrade. And then I guess since I have some beans and I need to go there anyway, I'll go over there to log out and show you guys the transmog that I've been talking about. You might say, what are you talking about? Boolean transmog. Well, we're still getting booleans and you may already have all of the gear that you want. So then you think, what do you do with the extras? So here's the regular people. If you look off to the side on these bookshelves, this person hiding has an entire inventory. God fucking shit. Has an entire inventory, 24 pages. Everything is just one boolean, except for this mount. If you never got it in Shadowlands, you didn't play in Shadowlands, you didn't do the Awakened season in Shadowlands, you can buy them out for 3, but all the transmog is only 1. So all the transmog from all the 3 raids, and it has all the difficulties: Raid Finder, Normal, Heroic, Mythic. So you can get all the appearances. Now to get all 24 pages, you would need to have an absolute army of alts getting their booleans. So definitely probably pick what you want first, because I don't honestly know if it's possible to get everything. But stuff like, for example, I guess we'll just show some examples. Like here's this two-handed axe from, oh, I guess since it's technically a cosmetic, it only shows the source as this vendor. But you have all these different colors. So you have the LFR, the normal, the heroic, and the mythic. And they're all just 1 each. They're all just cosmetics. You just use it, you get the appearance on your account. Some of them there's only 1, like you might see this staff right here. Why is there only 1 staff? I did not purchase it. There's only 1 because it's only 1 appearance. Because this is the special evoker channel staff thing. So this one only has 1 appearance, and I believe there's another one with only 1 appearance. whatever the equivalent of this one, the cosmetic version of this one also only has one appearance. So there's a few where there's only one appearance, but so yeah, so they have all the stuff, some shields. Oh, this is a crossbow. Some shields, you know, LFR, normal, heroic, mythic. So yeah, I would recommend if you have extra booyans or you have extra characters you don't know what to do with your time until the next expansion, this is a good place to go. Get some appearances you might like or that are interesting. Although the only caveat being, for example, I'm obviously wearing this weapon, but you can still find it. And it says I do not have it. So I can still buy it even though I have it. So be a little bit careful, I guess. I mean, it does say, at least I believe this is my add-on, I've collected this appearance, but not from this item. So maybe just, I believe that is all of the things add-on. That's telling me that. So just keep that in mind, maybe, if you think like, wait, that's, you know, like, oh, the LFR version of whatever the fuck. The LFR version of this weird sword. I'm pretty sure I already have that. Why can I still buy it? I don't know why you can still buy it, but you can. So just be careful you don't waste a booyan. Maybe if you see something you like, maybe just double check your appearances, make sure you don't already have it. But they've got some cool things. For example, this random ass sword I just clicked on. That's a pretty unique model. It's a curved fucking thingamabob, hook thing. I'm probably gonna buy a couple of those because that's pretty cool. That's pretty unique. So yeah, definitely recommend looking at this. They've got some really cool stuff. So yeah, if you don't know what to do with your booyans or you don't know what to do with your time, come over to this guide. Maybe just get some sweet, sweet mog for the future. And that's about it. That's all I got for you. Like I said, I'll do a little bit of an update refresher video for collecting things in World of Warcraft. I will talk about transmogs, and I might mention this vendor again, so apologies if I repeat myself to a broader audience, but keep an eye out for that if you're interested. And yeah, that's kind of what's on my agenda. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing my weekly vaults and updating you if I get any mounts. I did not get any mount this week, so RIP to that. But appreciate you watching, and until next time, good luck, have fun, and stay cool this summer. It's fucking hot as shit where I'm at, so appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.